Hey everyone, I'm Matt Ogden, and this is the WorshipU tutorial video for Still. This song's in the key of E at 81 BPM, a 4/4 time signature. Now there's three tones I'll be using for this song. One is with my fingers, it'll sound like this. Kind of thing, and then I'll use a pick, which is a little more aggressive. And then for the bridge, I use a reverb effect that'll sound something like this. Now, a little note, the song is all synth-based throughout the whole thing. And so what I'll be talking about is just what I do live with my real bass setup and that kind of thing. So I'm in from the very get-go, and this thing is like 16th notes from the wazoo, pretty much trucking through the whole song. And I'll be starting out with my finger tone doing 16th notes. So right from the intro into verse 1, we'll just be on this one, the E note here. And I'm kind of like above the neck pickup a little, so it's pretty warm. And I'm kind of keeping that warm thing going throughout the whole song. And then we go into verse 1, which the chords are a 1, da, 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 to the 1/3, so G sharp, da, 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 to the 4, and then the 2. Into perfect peace, back to the 1. And it'll just repeat that twice, doing 16th notes. And then we go into the chorus, which I'm still finger tone 16th notes, and it'll just walk down. So starting on the 1, E, to the D sharp, to C sharp, the minor 6, 1/3, and then we get to 4, and I slide up to this 2 here. Know that you are God, back to the 1. And so the song does a brief re-intro at that point where it just holds the 1 for a couple bars into verse 2. And we're going to do the same thing on verse 2 that we did on verse 1, same chords, except instead of sliding up to this register up on the A string, I'll be playing the notes on the E string a little lower. So this G sharp instead, to the 4. Going from verse 2 to the chorus, I switch to pick tone. And so when I hit this 4 and go to the 2, I go up here. So 1, 2, and I let it ring, switch to my pick, and now we're landing in chorus 2. Same chords and everything in same positions, but I'm just using a pick doing 16th notes like this. Keeping that kind of aggression picking thing going throughout that whole chorus. And this chorus repeats twice. At the end of the second chorus, instead of going to the 1 on the E, I played the A on the open string because it helps me prepare for where I go to the bridge. So, know that you are God, pick it out, 1, 2, and I'll let it ring while I switch. And I'm going to go to the bridge, and we're switching to that verby tone. And there's a cool part I wrote for that song. It's actually not in the recording, but it's just something I really enjoy doing live. I think it sounds really cool. And so when we land on the bridge, I'm going to switch to this verb tone. And chord-wise, the root note is going to be playing this open string, the open E on the 1. And then I'm doing sort of a melodic line that's following the vocal in a way. And it'll sound something like this. I'm up here on the top 2 strings. So that's E, and then C sharp, C sharp, C sharp, B. So that's the first part. And then I slide down here to the sort of triad major chord shape. That's a B, G sharp, E, and then G sharp, F. It like kind of follows the vocal melody. So I'll play it all together. And then it will repeat that twice, still all over the one. And then it'll keep going after that point, but it'll change chords. It'll go to the 4. And the bottom shapes that I'm doing down here will just stay the same, but over a different root note. So thankfully, I have the open string available to play this. And switch to the 1. And then we hit a 5. And this one changes a little bit. It's a bit of a stretch, but I'm doing the B, the octave, and then the 5th, which is a F sharp. Very cool. And so I'll start the bridge from when we do we switch on the 4, because it does it once through, and then the second time her vocal go if you are for me, what da 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 da. And what I'll do is I'll follow her vocal melody and then go back down. So I'll play that just all together so you can hear it. Five. We'll go up. Very cool. And then at this point, I'm going to keep playing these bridge chords, but I'm going to veer away from the verb tone. I'll kick my verb off and then go back to 16ths. So here's the 5. Dun, dun. And then we're back to 16ths on those same chords. And then we hit this 5. And that's the last time of the bridge. So on that 5, then we go straight to chorus, a big chorus. And so yep, you got that, jumping back to 16th notes with my fingers. And on this 5, chorus, 2, 3, 4. I go switch back to pick tone and finally give this low E on that the final chorus is sort of the big payoff of the whole song. I've saved this E until this point. Just keeping that in mind because it helps that last chorus be really epic. And then that last chorus is just 16th notes on that E, same chords. Just be really, more aggressive that last time since it's the biggest part of the song. And this last chorus does the same thing as the previous choruses, where it'll tag that 4 at the end. It'll do a double chorus and then tag the 4 at the very end. And then we just hit a 1 at the very end, and that wraps up the song.